In this video, you are going to learn the 4 things that every service provider must have on their schedule. Now, if you listen to, let's say, 10 podcasts, right? All of a sudden, you would feel you need to have this in your business and that in your business and do this strategy and use that type of service. And what happens is we get so overwhelmed with all of the things that should be in our schedule or could be in our schedule that we end up feeling exhausted and overwhelmed and all of the things. And I want to help you avoid that. So I'm a big believer in creating a schedule that actually reflects your personality, your priorities, and your plans. Because you need to make sure that the way you're working, what you're doing each day, how much you're working actually reflects the season of life that you are in, and not just copying and pasting someone else's schedule because they mentioned it on their Instagram stories what they were going to do today. But in this video, the purpose of it is to actually help you to better identify the types of buckets or the things that should be in your schedule, so that then you can fill those buckets with the actual strategies that make sense for you and construct them within a weekly schedule that's actually going to reflect you, right? Because that's what you want in your business. You want that freedom, you want that flexibility. And so these 4 things help categorize the types of tasks that you should have to make sure that you are making the most of your time. But before we dive into this video, I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Hannah, and I am the founder of With Hannah & Co. I am a business strategist for service providers, helping you to sell, streamline, and scale your service-based business. So definitely hit that subscribe button if you are a service provider and you want to learn all about that and get a new YouTube video every single week to help you in your business. So the 4 different departments, buckets within your business that everyone needs to have on their schedule. As I said before, what goes in these buckets is going to be determined based on your business and your strategies that make sense for you. But these are the general categories. So the first category is admin and operations. This section, this department is essentially everything that isn't a marketing direct task or isn't a client direct task, but it helps the day-to-day of your business run. So an example might be bookkeeping and the finances aspect of your business, filling in profit and loss data, etc. Or it might be team management, right? Having team meetings, and that is on your schedule depending on your team and what that looks like and the size of your team. And other things might just be general kind of legalities or admin related tasks like that. So that is on your schedule. This usually takes up the smallest area of your schedule, in my opinion, depending on where you're at in your business. Like, let's say you've streamlined your business a lot and scaled it up. Well, you're going to have way more admin in terms of team on your schedule than you would if you were a solopreneur. So this is going to vary in week to week, but that is the first area of your business that should be on your schedule. The next area is marketing, right? This speaks for itself. All of the ways, the tasks that you are able to attract clients and persuade clients to work with you if they're a good fit, of course. So examples of this is anything from all the social media channels to blogging to YouTube to podcasting, right? All of those different ones. But it also includes things like sales calls or tweaking sales pages and those kind of areas within your business. So essentially how you can attract someone to find you and follow you, and how you can have that sales conversation to convert them into a client. And this is going to be a huge part of your week if you are growing and scaling your business. So creating content, having sales conversations, even if you have a team, there will always be some level of content and marketing on your schedule. Whether it's creating content you personally because you're the face of your business and your team just, giving you the direction in what to create, or if you're a solopreneur and doing it all of yourself, either way, this content and marketing piece will be on your schedule. Now, I find this does fluctuate and vary though for me personally. So let's say I'm in a season where I've just scaled up my clients and I feel booked out, I feel happy at that level. Well, maybe there's going to be less content and marketing and it's more just nurturing, my audience rather than doing a full-blown launch and heaps of content and marketing. So it's going to vary depending on the season that you're in and what that looks like, but there will always be some level of that on your schedule. The next area to have on your schedule is offerings and client work. Now, this of course speaks for itself, but anything to do with client work is going to be an area in your business that needs to be done. So for example, it might be actually doing the client work. It might be emails back and forth, following up with a client. It might be delivering the project or helping a team deliver the project. But whatever that is, in order to actually, you've made the money from that content and marketing department of your business. Now you actually need to fulfill and deliver a great client experience. And if you want to learn more about that client experience and what that looks like, in last week's video, I actually went over the 5 steps to the client experience. So that will give you more of an idea of the kinds of things that would be on your schedule each week within that client department. But essentially, it's just all the ways that you can deliver a great client experience, whatever that looks like. And the last area of your business or type of task that should be on your schedule is projects. Now, what this means is they are all the one-off tasks that aren't like a month-to-month, week-to-week, day-to-day style task, but they're those one-off projects that help achieve a goal or help improve something within your business. So an example of this might be a website rebrand, right? Like you're not doing that every single month, but it would be in your schedule as a dedicated time to improving that or doing that. Another example might be a certain hire as a project, right? Like you wouldn't be hiring that role every single month. Hopefully not, but it would be something as a one-off within your schedule. Another example might be maybe it's a workflow you want to improve or a new project a new offering that you want to create. Whatever that looks like, it's those one-off times dedicated to not just maintaining and doing those week-to-week, day-to-day kind of tasks, but actually growing your business further and looking at what that needs to be within your schedule. Now, what I would recommend personally is 1 to 3 projects a month maximum, because usually I personally dedicate a day to this project area within my business, but depending on the season that I'm in, it may need more of that or less of that. And so you want to have a look at what's actually realistic for you to hold in this season, because you can't do everything. You can't implement every strategy at once. So you've got to actually filter the strategies, filter the projects, and go, what needs to be a priority for me this month in that project area? So what's in that bucket is going to change, but I would always recommend having some form of project task on your schedule, whether it's improving something, implementing something new, or testing a new strategy. That's always going to be a way to improve your business. If you would like to hear more about how I went from 3 to 27 clients in 6 months, I share that journey in the video above so that you can hear more about my schedule and my experience with these buckets and how I maneuvered the different things to fit and scale and grow my business. But I will see you next week for a brand new YouTube video.